Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Welcome to Two Women in Crypto, a weekly podcast birthed on a whim by two women who are excited about the cryptocurrency landscape and have a shared passion about empowering others to step into the digital, tokenized world of the future. We offer tips, tricks, and our own individual insights as to how to begin to navigate this shift. We are not financial advisors nor experts. We are just here to encourage you to look at the possibilities. So welcome to the future. You're right on time. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful Kelly.
Good morning, beautiful Andrea. Woohoo! Here we are. Popcorn and coffee.
Popcorn and coffee this morning. It's getting real out there. Or is it?
There you go. That was brilliant. She's on again at midnight, folks. Just wait. There's more to come.
Kelly and I were just talking. You know, there's so many scams going around. It's unbelievable, right? So it's like we're getting to a point of the internet. We don't know what's real. We don't know what's fake anymore, right, Kel?
We really don't. I mean, the advent of this technology, AI and voice recordings, you can make anybody sound like another person, or you can, I mean, it's really wild. It's really hard to figure out what is real and what isn't.
Right. But what Kelly and I decided, everyone, was that look at us. We are real. It doesn't get more real than this.
It is. This is it. Nobody's gonna.
At 6 a.m. Let's record.
Nobody's gonna mirror this. This is all good. This is just real.
Yeah. So, you know, so there's an ad going around, and it's actually like, you know, it's not just like a Twitter scam. It's an actual commercial. So if you're listening to one of your favorite podcasts on YouTube, an ad pops up and it's like, hey, this is Brad Garlinghouse. We want to thank the XRP community. I mean, it's literally an ad and it's all fake. So just a reminder, no airdrops, right? Don't do anything without reaching out to us, okay? Because again, it's like I get, and I'm sure you do too, Kel, I get text messages at least once or twice a week. I got an email from Uphold. I got an email from Voyager. I got an email from Coinbase. It's all scams. So to find out the truth, log into your account. And if something seems too good to be true, it is.
Most likely. Absolutely.
Most likely. Okay. But what's not too good to be true is that Meld staking is coming to Cardano by the end of the year, 8% interest.
Yeah, that's big.
On your Meld.
That's really big.
Oof. I'm looking forward to that. I'm super excited about that project. Ken HODL'on just did an interview with Kitco News. He's the CEO and founder of Meld. You know, just got released this week. Check it out because a lot of people are getting frustrated with banks. People are getting nervous. And in the background, new banking systems are being built. Decentralized finance banking applications are coming in 2024. So just stay tuned. We're going to walk everyone through this, you know, as we transition from like this old legacy financial system into the new financial system.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really well, anyway, I'm going to stay on track. I'm not going to throw any curveballs.
I mean, I'm all over the place. Should I read the story I wrote?
Yes. This wonderful, magical, mystical story on the X coins.
Right. So we have a class on Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and we're going to go over XRP, XDC, and XLM, three of our favorite coins. And we're going to talk about how they're being integrated into the new financial system. So I thought, you know, I mean, I've written songs like parodies and just trying to figure out ways, how can we help people understand this technology in a way that makes sense, right? Because I was listening to a podcast this week, and this guy is just like, I'm going to explain to you the blockchain very simply. It's a network of servers. And just that little sentence alone, we're going to lose 90% of the population.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very
No
complicated.
one knows what a network, I mean, so what I decided was like, okay, well, how about writing a story? So me and Chat GPT collaborated on this little story, and it's very exciting.
I love it.
Now, so I don't want to read the whole story. I'm going to do the whole story at class. So if you want to see the whole story, you got to come to class. It's a hoot, but I wanted to give everybody a taste.
Yeah, absolutely. And story, I mean, that's how things have always been passed down generation to generation. And that's really how we learn. So this is going to be great. Lean in, folks. It's really good. It's really,
Yeah,
really good.
and give us your feedback, because what a great learning tool. Another
Absolutely.
learning tool that we can put, in our toolbox. And if you like this, then we can do story time with other cryptos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's perfect. All right.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
Once upon a time, in a mystical land of Kryptonia, there were three digital coins that decided to embark on a quest to change the financial landscape and bring joy to the people. Their names were XRP, XLM, and XDC, and they were known far and wide for their unique abilities. XRP, the swift and mighty, had the power to settle transactions at lightning speed. It could cross borders faster than a caffeinated unicorn and was determined to free people from the shackles of slow and expensive cross-border payments. XLM, the luminary explorer, had a special glow that attracted financial inclusion, like a moth to a flame. It dreamed of a world where everyone from the mighty dragons to the humble goblins had access to the financial system, no matter where they lived. XDC, the charming bridge builder, was gifted the ability to connect different financial networks seamlessly. It could bring together giants and fairies, making transactions between different systems as smooth as a pixie's dance.
I love it. I
Should I
love
keep
it.
going? Come to class, because it gets better and better and better.
Oh my
There's a
gosh.
festival involved. There's the banking system. It gets better and better and better. Little taste. But again, Kel, what a great way to learn.
Absolutely. And the story is brilliant. And thank you. I mean, thank you to you and your partner, Chat GPT. But it's amazing how through Parable, basically, is a great way to understand this new financial system. And you can really lean into it. I mean, just for myself, knowing a little bit about all these coins, but just that small part that you shared with me, it's like, wow, it's like, yeah, makes perfect sense. It's really
Right.
good.
XRP, cross-border payments. I mean, it's way more. Lots
Oh,
of use,
much bigger.
lots
Yeah.
of use cases, but again, it's a story, and it's a good stepping stone. And with Stellar, like, even if you go to Stellar's website, right, you can see that they've rebranded, and their title is Stellar, coming back down to Earth,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Stellar, intergalactic, coming back
Yep.
down to Earth, and to reach everyone for financial inclusion. So, so cool. And then to think about XCC as being a bridge to connect all of these different payments. It was really interesting. Roa and I had an award ceremony for Elder Source. It's like a elder, I guess it's an elder resource company for Florida. And we drove up to Jacksonville, and I was speaking with someone at the Council of Aging. And he was like, I just wish there was a way that we could connect all these different healthcare platforms And I
Oh,
said, and
oh
I
my
said,
God. That person had no idea what they were in store for. I can just see it. Oh my God, brilliant. Go ahead. I don't want to, this is going to be great.
so I said to this man and his wife, I was like, listen, it's coming. The blockchain is coming. The blockchain is going to connect all of the healthcare systems. And he said, no doubt, I know that it's coming. So that was one. People are starting to know. Then his wife chimes in. But Andrea, I'm worried about our privacy. And I said, this is a big concern. We need decentralized identification, otherwise known as DIDs. So when we go to the doctor or the dentist, whatever it is, we're only giving that part of our identity that that institution or healthcare facility needs to know about.
Right.
The rest is ours. We control our identity in the new world, and we're going to have to fight for it. We're going to have to make our voices heard, and we're going to have to make sure, because I know a lot of people are getting nervous about privacy in this brave new world. Right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you really lean into it, it's like the voice systems, the VoIP, and where your cell phone is. And I mean, your cell phone is you. And if somebody hijacks your cell phone, they kind of hijack. I mean, there's so many things, so many things. And there's ways around it, but there's ways around everything that you just have to do the work to get to that point.
Right. And we have to be educated to know
Absolutely.
that, fine, like we all have driver's license, we have passports now. If that's going digital, because everything is going digital and everything is going to the blockchain,
Yep.
everything is going to the blockchain. So we need to be educated so we have privacy. It's going to be so super important. There's all of these like legislations in Congress. They're talking about AI regulations. They're talking about censoring the internet in the United States. All of these things are going on at the same time. And we need to be vigilant because we want to transition into the new paradigm, having sovereignty, having privacy, which is exactly why we show up every day. And we
There you
talk
go.
about some of these things because it's a big deal. So again, I hope that story, helps everyone just understand a little bit. We don't have to understand everything that's underneath the hood of the car. We just know it works.
No, but I think the ISO 222, or however you want to pronounce that, is complicated for a lot of people. And this gives you a way to really lean into what opportunities are really in front of us. And of course, none of this is financial advice, right? But if you understood a little bit about what was really taking place in whatever metaphor that may be, then that is a powerful tool.
Yep. Yep. So come to the land of fairies and pixies on Saturday and join us while we dive in deep on these three coins to really show how they're going to be intertwined in our new financial system. And again, I think that's great. You brought up ISO, 222, 2020, however you want to say it. And it's just think of it as like it's a new messaging system. We're modernizing our banking
Yeah.
system. We use the SWIFT platform, right, to do cross-border payments with 12,000 financial institutions all over the world. And that entire system with our banking system is getting an upgrade of their messaging platform, which is ISO 20022. And it just so happens that Ripple and Stellar were the first two to join the board. I don't know. What do you think? Are we speculating?
Just a bit, just a bit, a little bit of whispering in the air. Yeah.
I'm excited. This is going to be a great year. So 2022 is going live this month. We are expanding. It's going to be a journey. It's not like they flipped the switch, even though some of us want that. And everything is going to go live. It's a slow process, and then it happens all at once. But again, the month of November, which we are in 2023, we are getting more adoption with ISO 20022 standards, which allows the ability to choose to use a cryptocurrency. And again, it's just like, we want to watch this. It's not like they're just going to all of a sudden start using, different cryptocurrencies. But the idea is that they will, because everything is moving to the blockchain. Everything is getting tokenized. Last week, HSBC tokenized gold. Okay, you're taking a digital version of a physical object to show you ownership. I buy an ounce of gold, I'm getting a token to represent that physical object that I own that's being stored on the blockchain.
Yep. And they've been doing this with real estate and art for some time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And they're going to do it with everything.
Everything. Absolutely.
Right. So we're going to be talking about that bond market. We're going to be talking about the tokenization of debt.
Right. Right.
$33.5 trillion of debt is going to get tokenized. Who's going to get a piece of that, Kel?
I don't know. It's wild.
It's wild. It's wild, And again, because, I was thinking about this because so many things like don't make sense, right? And, I look at Gary Gensler, I'm looking at the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, right? Their job is to protect investors, right? Retail investors, all investors. Okay. So I was listening to an interview with Kathy Wood, mainstream media. And they're just like asking her questions because ARK Investments is next in line to get their spot Bitcoin ETF approved. I believe the date is January 10th. Does that ring a bell?
I know that she had mentioned it. I don't recall the date.
January 10th. I wrote it down. That's the deadline for the ARK Investment Spot Bitcoin ETF. Kathy Wood oversees all of this, and they're interviewing her, and they were like, we don't understand. Gary Gensler taught at MIT. He knows what cryptocurrency is. He obviously understands Bitcoin. He was teaching this. I have listened to these lectures. Okay, he talks about XRP being a bridge currency, a cross-border payment. And then he turns around and he sues Ripple, right, for selling an unregistered security. And now he's like dragging his feet to approve the Bitcoin ETF because Kathy believes that there's some rumors that Gary Gensler wants to be the next treasurer of the United States. And what's the treasurer's job? We got to protect the dollar. So is that what's best for retail investors?
Protecting the dollar? Or
right.
having Gary
or not having a spot Bitcoin ETF? I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like Grayscale sues them. And, the whole entire, judgment against the SEC was this is arbitrary and capricious. Pass the spot Bitcoin ETF. And here we are. It's still not passed. But the difference is, and Kathy Wood's like, but they're talking to us. And they're asking us questions. I don't know, folks. I think we're getting the spot Bitcoin ETF approved. We're looking, latest is January, I would say.
And I kind of feel like we'll have it before. Yeah, I don't know. We could even have it as a surprise for the next short period of time.
But I think,
who knows? Who knows? Nobody has a crystal ball here, but
no one has a crystal ball, but this is what we can say.
Yeah.
The chances of a spot Bitcoin ETF getting approved by January 10th, according to analysts, is 90%.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin when this gets approved? Money is going to flow into Bitcoin. Okay, that's the bottom. Whether you love Bitcoin or not, the money is going to be flowing in. I checked the price of Bitcoin this morning. We're at 37,000. Okay. I mean, we are up significantly, I think about 80% over the course of the year. Okay. So the way I see it is like we're moving on up. It's going to be super volatile. But again, it's kind of like, okay, what's going to happen when the spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved and every single institution, every pension fund starts to carry Bitcoin on their treasury and incorporates it into, part of diversification of your portfolio, even if it's 1 or 2%. The amount of dollars that are about to come into Bitcoin, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, into Bitcoin, and then you take all the other projects as well. So there's a huge influx of cash coming in.
Right. So we have Ethereum is on board to be the second.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about a little bit more FUD, because I got riled up during the week when I saw that the government of the government of Delaware, right, had an iShares XRP spot ETF listed on the government's website, and it was fraud.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? It just shows you how wild this landscape is. And how long did it take before they took it down?
It was well over a day and a half, I believe, to take it down. And there was a couple of things that I want to point out about this whole, roller coaster ride that we've been on. Okay, one, an analyst comes out. I directly spoke to a spokesperson at BlackRock, and it's a fake. We want the spokesperson's name because if you're a part of cryptocurrency, you know how much the media and just everyone just lies. They blatantly lie, right? They've been telling you that Bitcoin's a scam. It's going to zero. It's bad for the environment. Lie, 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 lie. So if I see something on a government's website and you're telling me BlackRock did not fill out the form to incorporate, the XRP ETF, I'm not going to believe you until I hear it from BlackRock itself or the government of Delaware, which of course they had no clue because people started calling. They were videoing and recording the conversations that they were having, on the phone, because no one knows for sure. It has been taken off. It was a scam, but there's a couple of concerns I have. One, the mainstream outlet media makes XRP community people like they gaslight us. They were pretty much blaming us for someone committing fraud. And they literally took the managing director's name of BlackRock, okay, stole his identity, filled out the paperwork, and paid the $500. Why can't we, the media, focus on the fraud that actually happened than putting down the XRP community? Oh, I'm sorry that we're asking questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like bizarre. And what's going on with Ripple and XRP? Why is it that the media and the SEC and Ethereum and Bitcoin holders, why do they have such a problem with this technology project? It makes me wonder how big the project is.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's all a kind of an orchestrated distraction or pointing fingers to keep people wary of participation and things of that nature. I think it's just there's such a game plan being executed.
Right. So if I'm listening to CNBC's Squawk Box or whatever it's called,
right,
I'm like, oh my God, XRP is a bad coin. Okay, but on the same day, Dubai regulates XRP. You can use XRP wherever.
Yeah.
XRP is the second largest cryptocurrency in Japan, larger than Ethereum. And but in the United States, it's bad. Okay, yeah. It's a big world. It's not just the United States anymore. Okay. And eventually, we're not just going to be on the dollar. We're moving into a multipolar, multi-currency world in the new financial system. It is clear as day. And if anyone has any questions, join us. We have classes Saturday. If you can't make it, the last Saturday of every month, we do Q&A. Bring your questions. bring all of them, write them down. I don't understand this. Or, why would the media say that Bitcoin is bad for the environment, but I'm reading articles about how Bitcoin miners are being used to have zero emissions from landfills.
Right. Yeah.
Hard not to get fired up with all the lies
As we stroke the hairs of our chinny chin chin.
that we
That's what my
don't
mom
have,
says. Yeah.
right?
Yep. Makes you wonder, you rock in that rocking chair, just going,
Hmm.
ponder,
You
ponder.
know, so the fact is this. I've listened to Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. Everything is going to become an ETF. So we will have a Cardano ETF, an XRP ETF, a Stellar, a Chainlink, a Polygon. Stay tuned because this is like kind of like the future of trading. It's all going to be exchange traded funds. Okay, the source is Larry Fink from BlackRock.
Right.
So this is going to happen. And interesting how fast the price of XRP went up. And I also feel bad because people got liquidated because of fraud. Where's the investigation into that? The Department of Justice, I think, was called for the scam, right? With the
It's all flippin' stupid manipulations. Sorry, I just get so irritated. I mean, I traded the commodities markets for years and with the big guys and lumber, orange juice, hogs, cattle, all of it. And the manipulation in those markets is just unreal.
unreal.
Unreal. You could see it. You could see it. I could watch the charts and watch all these orders being loaded up going, oh wow, this is gonna yeah. So it's a game. It's all a game. So I mean, I'm sorry that people get affected by it. I mean, I completely see how it happens. And I've been on the receiving end of that manipulation many times.
Yeah, and it's really sad how badly it is
Yep.
manipulated. And again, if you're in the cryptocurrency market, we're not even 1.5 trillion yet. We're getting there
Yeah.
slowly. But like that's BlackRock is worth 10 trillion. They have $10 trillion assets under management. The entire cryptocurrency market isn't even 1.5 trillion. Very easily manipulated. These big whales, these corporations, they can pump and dump the markets very, very quickly. So I don't know where Gary is. He wasn't there for Celsius, BlockFi, Voyager, I mean, FTX. And now I think they're going to rebrand FTX and release it again. Stay tuned.
I
I'm so annoyed.
Again, that doesn't even make sense. That's just backdoor stuff going on. Doesn't make any sense at all. That irritates the bejeebies out of me.
Me too, because again, it's just like, okay, what did FTX do the first time around? They
Well, why does
gave,
FTX get a new, new wind put in its sail and somebody like Voyager didn't or Celsius didn't?
right. Well, it makes, so Alex Mahensky, he's going to jail, but I think, what was the guy's name? Steve Burlock or something like that from Voyager. He's a good guy. He just overextended himself with really bad companies like hedge funds.
Well, I mean, if Sam Bankman-Fried's going to jail, I mean, none of it makes sense. They have their, so anyway.
Right.
Ugh.
That's why we don't trade on leverage here. We are investors,
Yeah.
right? We're long-term hodlers, and then we sell. We just hold through the ups and downs, and we sell when the market goes super duper high, right? And then when it crashes, we buy back and we hodl.
That's it. That's it.
And
So, I mean, I think it's really exciting stuff, as we always say. That's why we show up every week. But do check out our website. And if you go to twowomeninCrypto.com, classes and events, you'll see the class that's this Saturday, the 18th. It's 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. We'd love to have you join us. It's only $45, really,
yeah,
really, really a minimal investment for your future. Absolutely worth looking into.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the best person you can invest in is yourself,
Yeah.
right? And it's time, when I think about the internet and AOL and all these different things when they first came out. I mean, this is just so much bigger, right?
Wow.
This is just the amount of money, the wealth transfer that is going to happen over the next year or two is astounding. Astounding. I can't even wrap my tiny human brain around the money that's coming into the system.
Yep, I agree. It's
It's
exciting.
that is absolutely nuts. So we're gonna buy the dips. I want to say one more thing before we're wrapping up here. I was reading, I was doing some light reading with Basel III,
Yep.
right? So the Bank of International Settlements, all the central banks, they always meet and they come up with policies, monetary systems, and things like that. So they're going starting January. There are a lot of things are going on in January. Starting January, the new policy is that banks are going to actually have to hold money and assets like in the bank again, right? Because they don't have any.
Right.
If the banking systems do not meet the requirements and the deadlines proposed by Basel III, they're going to go out of business. It's the same thing with ISO 20022. If the banks don't switch over to the new standard, they're going out of business. And if they don't get the money, they don't get the assets, they're going to get wiped out. So if you're in a small to medium-sized bank, go and talk to them. How many assets do you have under management? Are you meeting the new Basel III requirements that are going to be starting in January?
Right. Yeah.
Blow their mind. They're going to be like, what? But
Well,
this is just so super important because we talk about Black Swan events, right, Cal? And this could be
always.
one of them. Yeah. You know, the other thing
No,
is, oh, go ahead.
no, I just said it's important to know.
It's so important to know. And like I'm listening to the leaders, right? And I'm listening to Rosie Rios, and she's like, we need a shock to the system. Something is going to shock the system to bring everybody into the new financial system that's going to be based on the blockchain with a central bank digital currency.
Yeah. Yep.
So what's going to be that shock to the system? Is it going to be something like a Basel III where banks don't have the deposits and the assets? Is it going to be a cybersecurity? You know, we talk about the bingo chart.
Right. Right.
It could be so many different things, which is why we are our own bank.
That's right. Huge advocate for it. Keep
Yeah,
that hardware wallet, all your coins tucked in your little safe.
that's right. That's right. So, and that it's so important. You know, we have the physical gold, we have the physical silver, but we also are our own bank. We have our SafePal, our Engrave. I'm starting to move away from the ledger since they did go to the subscription service. So I'm not updating my firmware anymore. And I have to catch up. I got to get all of my tokens off of Ledger. But you know, if you're holding Ethereum tokens right now, I'm starting to see that, what'd you call Ethereum? The mafia
Oh, it's the
of
mafia of the blockchain. Yeah.
I mean, gas fees are going up again. And
Oh,
it's just like,
ridiculous.
you know, so if I'm a gamer and I want to play a game, I'm not going to pay $10 in ETH fees if I'm just playing a game. I'm going to use Solana. I'm going to use, you know, something that's so much cheaper. You know, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, especially for those that understand how broad the landscape is. But for those that, I mean, I remember when I first started Ethereum, I was cornered. That's all I knew, right? That's all I knew was
Yeah.
ERC20 tokens. So, yep,
Yeah.
there's a lot of opportunities out there.
So many opportunities. I am so excited. It really looks like, you know, we are at the beginning of the bull cycle. It lasts a while. So we're looking for higher highs, higher lows. Everything is looking beautiful. You know, I don't know. I am like so excited and, you know, scared at the same time. Not scared, but concerned about privacy and things like that. But like, we're not stopping this. Train has left the station. Everybody get on board collectively. We're going to shift into this new paradigm. with sovereignty, with freedom, and with some clarity. I'm so looking forward to 2023. It's going to be a blast.
Yep, absolutely. All right, folks. So until next time, till next week, well, hopefully we'll see you Saturday. But until then, what do we say?
HODL on.
HODL on.
Your hosts for Two Women in Crypto are Andrea Caldero and Kelly Lair. You'll find more information and details regarding the Two Women in Crypto membership, educational and informative class and event offerings, and more via their website, twowomenencrypto.com. Both Andrea and Kelly are available for speaking events and offer private consultations focused on helping individuals navigate the future. Until next time, HODL on.